Yeah, so I've painted all my life, and I was an art teacher when I left university, and but I never really got into painting full time until about a year ago. I had few brief periods of painting, but it's really taken off in the last year. Um, so I've done all different things in my life. I did a lot of music in my 20s, so I've always been really interested in the arts and really excited by the arts. I could never like make my mind up about exactly which one I was going to settle into. Um, but I think when I was a student, I was really into the Impressionists. When I was at college, I studied Degas a lot, and I had a few really big influences there. But I think in recent years, I think a turning point for me was when I first saw Fiona Ray's work, and it really just struck a chord with me, and it started me off on a different painting journey. I started to see painting differently. And like I say, about a year ago, I just had this kind of intuitive urge to start painting again. And it just took me on a whole new journey, painting wise. And I now I combine abstract painting with collage, and I don't know where it came from. I spent so much time thinking, when did that start? Like when was that moment when I thought, I know, I'll just cut this horse out and stick it on the painting and see what happens. I don't know when it started, but something happened when I did it. It was actually birds, which is really interesting because I used to go bird watching with my dad when I was a child. And I think it was when I first cut out a blue tip and I put it on the painting, and I was just like, wow, okay, something's happening in me,
Yeah.
And I thought I really need to explore this and discover what's going on here. And just something happened. And I've just been totally like ensconced in it ever since. So so now that's what I'm doing, and I'm just playing and exploring, and I'm just really loving it. I'm still excited by it, and yeah, and that's it basically. So there's a few different ones, and I mean it's interesting because, for example, Bonnie and Clyde, the tiger painting, it's kind of interesting with it because I can tell you exactly when the idea came to me. I was walking in the park with my dog. I was taking her for a morning walk, and it was like a strange collision of loads of thoughts. I was just walking along and I thought, oh, I heard Bonnie and Clyde, Beyonce. I heard a little bit of this track. I saw a tiger. I saw a movement of hers, and I just thought, oh, this is what it's going to look like. It's strange, and I didn't, obviously the way it turned out wasn't necessarily exactly like the idea in the first place, because I paint very intuitively. Like you say, I put the music on, I'm just flowing. I don't know really what's going to happen. If I knew what was going to happen, I probably wouldn't do it. It would be a bit boring. But so, for example, that was where Bonnie and Clyde came from. And sometimes, like, for example, with the toucan painting, I just absolutely love toucans.
Yes.
So I got this toucan and I was just like astounded by it. I got a blank canvas, I put it onto the canvas, and I just looked at it, and it came to me, like, do this, do this, do this. So all of them have come very intuitively. Some of them have more, I want to say they have like a dual kind of message, if you like, because fundamentally I feel like my paintings make me feel joyful and happy when I'm making them. And this is a massive thing for me, because and it's a real privilege to have, and I think it's a special thing if you can find something that really gives you that inner sense of joy, and it really does. And I hope that when someone looks at my painting, it makes them smile. That's really what it's all about for me, because I do see that other art is maybe saying something different, something more political or something more serious, and I think that's a really important conversation to have. But I don't necessarily think my work always is about that. That said, things like The Perfect Storm is a nod to, and a real nod to, my massive concerns about the environmental crisis. So they have my passions and the things I feel are important, like protecting animals, like protecting the environment and things like that, seep into the work, because I care so much about animals. I mean, obviously I'm animal crazy. I think, which is obvious. But yeah, so they have different messages, I suppose, but fundamentally they're all really, I really hope that they make somebody smile and feel happy when they look at them. Okay, well, I'm going to borrow somebody else's, because I heard Norman Ackroyd say that when he was a young artist, he'd been to New York. He came back from New York, and he just got on with it. He said, I just got on with it. And I think that is so important. You know, if you want to do it, just do it. Don't worry about whether you're going to be successful, what to paint that's going to make you money. Just do what is in your soul, you know. And if you love it, just do what you love, do what comes naturally to you, and let the rest take care of itself, I think. And I think, of course, as well, I'm a northern girl, so I understand the need to make money, but I think that it's an important part of it. And I don't think you should be afraid either of saying, you know, I want to make money from my art, because we all need to eat and we all need to pay our bills, so that's okay too. But I think that and there's always an element of compromise, right? You have to understand that, just like anything you go into, it's a business, or that things have to work, but it should primarily be about, I think, what's in your heart, or else, you know, it's not going to sit right. It's going to transfer into the work. It's not going to feel totally authentic for somebody looking and enjoying or not enjoying the piece, you know. And maybe find, if you have to, of course, find another way to make some money at the same time, as most artists do, right? Making money some other way, so that you can be really authentic in your process. I think it's hard not to get caught though, because there's so much conversations online, like, how can I make money from my art? Oh, you know, join this, do that. But I think it's important not to get too caught up in that. Obviously, a little bit of everything in moderation, but stay true to yourself. That's what I would say.